The speed of sound of air is 300 meters per second. A source of sound has a frequency of 450 hertz and is driven towards a stationary listener at 90 meters per second. What frequency will the listener hear? Okay, so the equation for this problem is going to be the frequency of the observer, aka the frequency of the listener, equals to frequency of the source multiplied by the source of sound added with the velocity of the observer over the source of sound subtracted by the velocity of the source. Okay, now that we have this equation, we're going to plug in whatever we know here into this equation. Okay, so we know that the frequency of the source is going to be 450 hertz because it says here that the source of sound has a frequency of 450 hertz. Multiplied by the velocity of sound, which is the speed of sound. So you have 300 plus the velocity of the observer. It says here that a source of sound has a frequency of 450 hertz and is driven towards a stationary listener. Therefore, the observer is stationary, so the velocity is 0. Okay. Over speed of sound again, which is this, subtracted by the speed of the source. And it says here that the source is driven towards the observer at 90 meters per second. So it's going to be towards, therefore it's going to be a positive 90, okay? If it's away, it's going to be negative, okay? So you have that, and you solve this for f of 0, which will give you the frequency that the listener will hear. So you plug this into a calculator, you have 450 times 300 plus 0 over 300 minus a positive 90. You should get this, which is 642.8 and a bunch of other numbers. So it's going to be around 643 hertz. This is your answer.